So this is how we do 3D displacement mapping, which is similar. It uses more computing power. And yeah, I don't think I try using the physical displacement. Maybe I do use physical displacement in this one. No, so I start with the V-Ray displacement modifier, and just quickly apply it to the sphere. Yes, and we also need to do a UV map so that it knows where to go. I'll just use a cylindrical one, keep it simple for this. Oh, and that's because it didn't turbo smooth it, so we're doing a physical displacement. See, it's not quite looking right, so I think I put another iteration on it, and it reloads, looking better. So yeah, it's nice and simple. Problem is, see, the ends all look a bit funny. But I mean, you can get for things that are far away, or if you wanted to do a barrel, you know, something like that. And this is all instead of unwrapping. So that's like, because unwrapping, you need to go into Photoshop, and for most things, you shouldn't have to use it. Yes, and see, I had the V-Ray displacement mod on, and then I tried to do the physical displacement, where I tried to use subdivision displacement as well, and it crashed out the computer. So I start again. The next time when I come back, I start to do some displacement modifying with different textures across the object using mesh select, and the sub object material. So basically, you can take more than one object, select the faces that you want to affect, and then so yeah, here I'm just showing you similar thing that we did. The other one, but if we want to use multiple, so that is, we use mesh select, we go material, and the material will just allow you, and then we'll put on this sub object box, and then the material will just allow you to hold to select which material of the sub object that you want to use. So yeah, I tend to put about 3 on there, but it means you can just kind of get a cap and do what you would do with unwrapping an object, but just do it quickly and with a couple of standard materials without having to unwrap for each object, which will either mean that you have like 3 similar standard types, and sometimes that can start to look a bit unnatural in the background of your renders. So this can just mean you can have like quite a few, and you just do them randomly throughout. But you can do this for all kinds of for buildings, for like bins, all kinds of things like that. And I think I'm realizing that these are a bit similar, these materials. Oh no, I haven't put it on. There we go. See, so then there's another material on the top and bottom, and I think we'll have a look. And so mostly the thing is just making sure that the displacement works well together, and that there are no gaps, because the gaps will look, you'll see them a lot more than you do on the flat object, because they'll be pushed out to 100% by the to whatever your displacement projection is set to. So here I'm trying to select it a bit more carefully. It could be a bit tricky to do so. You also don't want to have them overlapping. That's important because you can get some. And this is, so I want it to be cylindrical around the outside and then on the top. So this is what I've realized, that I've not actually put the V-Ray displacement mod on. And that has the keep continuity button clicked, and so that it won't so yeah, I'm just making sure that the displacement all works together. This one, it's not looking that good. And so what I should probably do is reduce the edge length in the V-Ray displacement modifier. But I think I'd gotten a bit afraid of doing that because we've found that on the unicomputers, once you go down to 1 or 2, they start to freak out. So I think I do it just physically for the rest of the video. The other thing you could do is just make the object you're working on bigger. Because yeah, the millions of tiny objects seem to mess with it. But look, now I'm trying a couple of different objects. The thing you've also got to do is different displacement maps have different heights in them, and then looking, so it's about finding one that looks good. I think I decide on this one. And look, just in the corner you can see where the displacement maps have overlapped a little bit. Yeah, and so that's working. Looking quite cool. So that's the V-Ray displacement map. And then I think I show you how to do it with and you can mess around, make it all look how you like. And then yeah, I think I show you how to do it with physical displacement in a little bit. Kind of, it really looks quite extensively modeled at this point, which I think is kind of cool. And to be honest, I think that I did not use enough pixels in the original, in the AI. I used I think only 15,000 by 15. I can't remember what the resolution is, but if I was going to do this again, I would go very high resolution, because I think that with the level of detail we're trying to get here, the higher the resolution is, the better. See. So I've now put on a turbo smooth modifier, but of course that means all the faces have moved around, so I need to reselect the faces. And yeah, I think that this tends to look better, and it's actually because of the smoothing. It gives it a kind of curvier face for the displacement maps to run along. But obviously if you were trying to do a particular object, you'd have to lock in a couple of the control points, which you can do in the turbo smooth modifier.